Wish TV's education coverage is brought to you by Lilly, a medicine company.
Wish TV is your education station. Preschool costs are rising in many communities across Indiana as a state program moves forward with less funding. Samantha Camaray knows all about it, reporting on the issue for our news gathering partners at Chalkbeat, Indiana, specifically through the lens of Marion County districts, but much of this applies across the state. So let's start with the basics. What's prompting this bump in preschool costs for families and districts?
Well, a big part of it is that federal funds that came from COVID era grants are ending as we get further and further away from the pandemic. So as they're losing those funds, preschools are kind of looking for other ways to make up that money. And we've also got a major cut to the preschool voucher program in Indiana called On My Way Pre-K, and that has hit certain districts pretty hard.
Well, and it's been interesting over the years to see that program grow and grow and grow, and now if it shrinks, that may bring its own issues. Taking IPS as an example, and maybe the township districts as well, how are the changes playing out, whether it be through the numbers, eligibility, things like that?
Yeah, so I looked at all of the public school districts in the county, and 7 of them are increasing their rates this coming year. And as you just mentioned, the one that is most notable is IPS. They are, in a statement, they said they lost over 50% of their funding from these On My Way Pre-K cuts. And so they are moving to a sliding scale model where families, whereas they used to get free preschool, now will have to pay as much as $150 per week. And that really adds up for families.
When you talk to the folks at Early Learning Indiana, one of their takeaways, and correct me if I'm wrong, was almost that even while there's more appetite for preschool programs, there could be a possibility where some shut down because of these now empty seats they'll have?
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 because basically there is high demand for preschools, but as we have cuts to grants and On My Way Pre-K, we're going to end up with empty seats where, families want to fill the seats, but may not have the funds to be able to afford pre-K. And so with those empty seats, preschools could begin to shut down. And that just pushes us further into this gap between high demand for preschool and just lower supply.
The study from Early Learning Indiana made the point that it does appear in terms of quantifiable fact that preschool kids tend to then do better in school.
Yeah, it's something that especially you notice with kids who are from low-income families. And as we're really focusing on, improving academic readiness in elementary school, preschool has come to be a big focus because it's a way that you can really get kids ready for kindergarten. And there's even studies that show that kids that go to a high-quality preschool are more likely to go to and graduate college. So it can have some pretty long-term effects for kids.
Well, one of the interesting things about your article, and we encourage people, of course, to read it through Chalkbeat, is you show how different districts are grappling with the best way to deal with the decrease in funding. It's not one simple one-size-fits-all solution. And I know you'll stay on it. Our partners at Chalkbeat will stay on it. Samantha Camaray, thank you very much.
Thank you.